Alright, I decided to do another video. I'm on my way to BK, so we'll pick up a few Whoppers. This would be like what? 73 cents just for the weekend to mark the 64 years. 64, right? Now, I don't eat Burger King that much. I mean, I like Burger King, but, you know, the sodium shit. But it already had about 350 calories, 355, 360 calories for the day. So I decided to go, and plus I promised my girl I'd get some Whoppers. So we each gonna have 2. We're gonna get 5. Then her daughter can get 1. No mayonnaise though, cause that shit'll spoil. I never don't like to eat mayonnaise. I was never the one to really like mayonnaise, cause it got raw egg in it. I remember. Now, see these motherfuckers around here just want to like take their own sweet time. So bottom line, it goes like this, right? I said in the last video that when I left Washington State, I really was done with it. And the only reason why I came back because my girl was up here. But to make this even more poignant, one of the reasons why I want to go back really to Vegas, well actually not even Vegas, I can live with, and I don't even want to live in Reno. Personally right now, how I'm feeling, I just want to go to a small desert town, as long as I got my cars, well mainly the Subaru. As long as I get away around, I don't need to stay in Vegas. I need to go to Nevada, but I don't want to go in Vegas. I miss Nevada overall because there's a lot of things I missed while I was driving, while I was down there, because I didn't have a car. God, I was like homeless for a minute, and that minute seemed to be like forever. And I want to keep this shit real with you. Even despite all that, and even the dark sides of living in Vegas, I'd rather live there than up here right now. Well, at least I can be like a stagehand again if it's worth it. I mean, I've done the work. I've got a lot of stories to tell you. I might shoot you one later, but god damn these people. I'm gonna cut it through the backside. So anyway, one of the things I wanted to talk about is the poker scene up here. Now, I had thought about doing poker vlogs, but really, now I got some poker vlogs. If you guys are getting into poker or have been, one of my favorite people right now is Ben Deach. Why? Because number one, not because he's a newscaster, though it does have a unique element to it. It's more like because he only goes to 1, right? He only goes to 1. I knew I was going to get full. I could wait. He only goes to 1 casino, the Pepper Mill, right? It is not just because he goes to the Pepper Mill. I'll give you a link once I go upload this. I'll put up the link. And one of the reasons why I like him, because he kind of keeps it real, and he comes from the perspective that he doesn't have too many places that he can go. The only difference between me and him is that he's in Nevada, which is close to Vegas, which he has a lot more options if he has to go way over there. But for my perspective, from my area, I mean, I'm in Washington State right now. I live in a city named Auburn. Really shitty. Well, it's not shitty. The income disparity, the homelessness, it got worse over the years because the cost of living went up and the wages are, but I smell something burning. I gotta be careful with this. Anyway, one of the things I would like to talk about right quick is pretty much the poker scene. I was playing poker this morning, and good news, I can run up again from $100 to $600 playing poker, and then I just got devastated. And I'm not going to really go over that. Not that I lost, but I got a lot more I got respect from people at the table and how I play. So that's one thing. On the flip side, though, now we all talked about, and I brought this up, the lack of competition between poker rooms and Washington State's rules. Like, there is no limit. There is no NL. There is no limit. There are spreads, 1-3 spreads with $300 max shove. Meaning that if you got a good hand like Pocket Rockets and you want to go all in, you can't go all in to the max is 300. That severely affects the play, and Lord knows I was a fucking victim of it. Next is one of the other things too is that if you are a non-native casino, you can only have at most like 13, 15 tables, the max. But all the native casinos like Tulalip used to have poker. They took that out. Muckleshoot right up the hill in Auburn, they took that shit out. But they took out the poker room up here because hardly anybody was coming up there, even though they had 27 tables, because they took out a lot of things that would have enticed the players to come up. People up there used to talk shit about the poker room I go to, but they're the one that's hitting. Matter of fact, it is the only one really hitting on South King County. South Seattle. Actually, Seattle, period. I don't know whether or not Snoqualmie has it, but I don't like Snoqualmie Casino because I don't like that fake Vegas feel. Especially after living in Vegas for a couple of years and playing poker there. I didn't like this shit. I didn't like the vibe. Let me scoot up a little bit. Boom. You know this shit was gonna happen. 73 cents a... I don't know if y'all can see this. Yeah, this shit is like loud, and they close their thing so they can't have, post-COVID. We're not even post-COVID. Don't even think about that term, but side note, the lobby is pretty much closed, so everybody's going through this. So everybody's like increasing air pollution, just waiting here. But anyway, we're just kicking it here. I don't know, I might just put this out on Instagram or whatever. But anyway, back to the poker. Because there is a lack of competition because there are a lack of competition, a lot of the native casinos just dropped a lot of poker and all that other stuff in. I wasn't gonna go all the way up past Everett anyway. I think they got the Red Dragon in Everett. But it's funny though, this dude that sat to my right, he lives in Everett, and he came all the way down through Seattle to Renton to play poker. Washington State's kind of funny. And I remember back in the day, like almost 20 years ago, they had a couple of casinos in the Tacoma city limits, and they took it out. You know, they outlawed it in Tacoma and shit, and I'm like, really? But what's worse, and this is one of the things I can't stand about Washington State, period, is that they try to be a holier than thou when they try to push this ban. But I know, well, let's say I don't know, really, to be honest. It's more like, I bet, these people was pretty much buckled under the Puyallup tribe, and they cut out competition because, you know, if you can't beat them, use your sovereign status to eliminate the competition. Yes, this is just, damn, this is many, many people try to get over. Anyway, it's because of that. Now, I don't want to go all the way up to Ocean Shores just to play poker. And I'm not paying $250 I think for 2 nights. I mean, I'll be back if they got any other, but dude, I'm gonna tell you for this much: for $250, I can get a cheap plane ticket to go to Vegas for 1 day, fly there. Well, and since I'm still a resident, I can get a cheap fucking bus ride to go to any fucking casino that has poker, and then fly back the same fucking day. The same fucking day. So why would I go through all that, spend 3 or 4 hours to go down there for what? Not doing that. Well, I think that's all I can say for poker. I gotta go order. Peace out.